Hello!
Hello!
Welcome back to our channel. In this video we're going to share with you the cost of our European trip in October.
At this time of the year, attentions do turn to what are we doing, as in where are we travelling, what we're doing, what are the plans. So we thought it was a good time to put this video out, just in case it gives you some inspiration or some thoughts on costs, what you can and can't afford.
I'd just like to point something out before we start. Caroline has a bloody eye.
Oh, bloody eye.
You can see it quite badly in the camera.
Oh, can you see it? I'm sorry if you can see.
She keeps telling me she can't see it. She's wondering, I haven't whacked or anything bad like that. She's just got like a blood blister. Don't do that. That's an olive.
No, genuinely, I'm fine. I'm not being beaten at home. I am okay. But
This video's taken a really weird start.
I know.
You can see
Maybe
it.
nobody had even mentioned it.
You can
or
definitely
noticed
see
it.
They'd be like, what's wrong with Caroline's eye? Anyway, she's all good.
Anyway, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Somebody did suggest an eye patch, but...
Anyway, back to the video. So we're going to give you a roundup of our costs. So we went to Europe in October. We went to Spain, majority of Spain and France. And we're going to give you a roundup of the costs. So you can play along with us and have a guess at what you think is the most expensive item. So there's 4 areas. One thing on these videos, we don't include the food or drink because we think that's personal preference.
Because that's where all of the money goes, really.
We don't
know it.
We don't want to track how much we've eaten or drunk. So this will be 4 different cost breakdowns. So the first one will be the crossing, the ferry crossings, or how we travelled. The second one will be the fuel. Third one will be the campsites, and the fourth one will be the toll. So there's 4 different costs.
Now I'm going to play along too because I don't know what these are. So I'm going to make a guess, and then we'll find out.
All the information's on my phone. I've created a spreadsheet. Karen loves a spreadsheet.
I do love a spreadsheet. I actually do live my life to a spreadsheet. Actually,
which takes the mickey out of me because I keep everything on a spreadsheet. So anyway, I've got a spreadsheet with all the costs. We'll go through them as we go through the video. So have a guess now what you think is the most expensive. If you watched our videos. We'll go through them and you can have a guess. So decide now if it's the ferry, the fuel, the campsites, or the tolls. What do you think?
The booze, but we're not including that. I mean, I suppose I do have an inside, like, I should pretend that I know how our holidays are organised, how much things cost, shouldn't I? Just turn up. I organise all other parts of our life, so this is my
That wasn't the question.
No,
you
you're right.
To be trying to...
I'm trying to justify why I don't know the answer. I'm going to go for ferries.
Okay.
I'm going ferries.
Interesting. Ferry crossings, okay. Without further ado, we'll start the video and we'll share with you the exact costs of our trip. So just before we start the video and tell you the cost, we wanted to give you a roundup of where we went and a reminder and share some of our favourite places. For those of you with sharp eyes, you'll notice we didn't have any beer in Le Mans. These 2 beers are from Le Mans. I will open them live on video and share them with you. Because Caroline got these from me in the supermarket. I didn't have a chance to drink them because I had to drive to the ferry crossing. So we've saved them for this video. Good excuse. So, places we went to. First of all, the crossing. We've talked about this before. Absolutely loved the crossing.
I did like the crossing. I liked it more than I expected I would like it. However, Brittany Ferries, need more information, need more details about what to expect, what the alarm calls are, what's available, what you can do and when.
If you read the website, it does actually
Don't
tell
assume that everybody wants to read the websites.
Fair enough, yes. If you're like Caroline, you don't read anything, then just expect to be told when you get there. But no, in fairness, it's valid. You could do a little information or flyer. You could do a lot more in terms of sell up and things as well.
Yeah.
So, but it was a really good experience.
Yeah, it was really good. I'd definitely do that again. I thought it was a good start, so I would definitely do that again. It's worth the cost.
If you haven't seen it, watch the video. We'll put a link up somewhere so you can see it at the top of the screen. But it's really good, a really good way to do it. And it's one of our viewers recommended to us, Richard, so thank you very much, Richard. He said when you get there, when you get off, you feel refreshed, and it was absolutely true. We woke up in the morning, lovely and refreshed, and then we drove down to our destination. So it was really good. It didn't feel like we'd driven for hours. We got to the holiday and started straight away. Which leads us on to the next place, first place we went to, which was Camping Gavina. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I liked it. really nice. Nice on the beach.
Is that it? Put you on the spot.
Yeah, really. I know. Sorry. I'm not being briefed on this.
This is a video where we discussed what we liked on our trip. Campervan was my favourite one. I mean, all the places were good, but just because the beach was right there,
Yeah.
it was so lovely. You could just walk, straight onto it, as you saw from the video. And it was just a lovely place. It was just
Yeah,
really
I think
relaxed.
it'd be lovely to go back and like reserve a specific spot on the beachfront. I think that'd be nice.
There was only a couple of pictures I wanted on the beachfront because they were quite close together.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if you could reserve the specific ones, I wouldn't want to leave it to chance.
I liked that pitch because we were sat a little bit further back and you had more room, which was protected.
Yeah,
Was good.
yeah, that was.
We could watch the storm.
It was good, lovely campsite, and I think we did touch on it in that video. Again, it'd be great if you didn't have have your own accommodation. There's loads of like safari tents.
And then we left Campervan and we drove a massive distance of 15 minutes on the road to the next site, which was called the Tamarin. And what do you think of that one?
Again, I like the location. The campsite was really big and had some lovely facilities. The shop was good, but I don't think we didn't use the restaurant or anything like that, did we? In the time that we were there, but great for families. And again, if you can pick your spot, what I did like was the town that we visited.
Yeah, it was beautiful going to
nearby.
Tarragona. I'll just say in English, Tarragona, and it was lovely. Yeah, we got the bus from there. It was a really nice place to explore. And again, the walks from there were spectacular. All around the sort of cliff tops and the hills and stuff we walked in was beautiful.
Yeah, it's a really nice place.
Really enjoyed that, so definitely recommend that area, 100% to go back to. And I would go back as well, which is a big thing. The sunsets were beautiful, weren't they?
Yeah, you never go back anywhere.
I know. And from there, we were sad to leave Spain because the plan was obviously to try and explore a bit more, but we ended up going back to south of France to Carcassonne.
Oh yeah, and that's been on our list of places to go for such a long time. So it was great to actually go and to see it and to see the walled city. Was great. Really, a really lovely place to explore. I would definitely go back there. I think there's a lot to see.
Yeah, the only downside was I didn't get a chance to try the cassoulet, but I have got one I brought home with me to try, so I'm going to have that one night. It's tinned cassoulet, but
cassoulet in tin.
It'd be nice to have one in a restaurant there when I was there, but I didn't get a chance. But yeah, it was beautiful. It was like a fairy tale castle. It was like Disneyland or something. It was just magical. If you haven't been to Carcassonne, definitely one of the places to put on the top destinations list. It was beautiful. And then the final destination we stayed at was Le Mans. And this was, go on, sorry.
No, I was just going to say a bit of a surprise one really. We were just plotting the route back and then like where looks like a natural stop to break things up a bit. And yeah, Le Mans, then obviously normally the racetrack is what you... it's synonymous with, so there's got to be something else there. And actually it was a really beautiful city, really nice to explore, very French, I thought.
Yeah,
if you like a lot of the streets, and if you just imagine, France and French streets, that's literally it. I know that sounds odd, but yeah, very French.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, it was somewhere I didn't expect to go. It's Caroline's idea. She wanted to take me to the racetrack because I like cars. And we got there and she was like, well, it was closed with something on, and but we used to explore the sort of the city, and it was beautiful. The old part of Le Mans was just amazing. We could have stayed there for ages and just done a nice lunch. It felt like we were there for ages. We were there for one night, but really, really nice. So yeah, a really good trip all round. And then the final journey back across to Caen, to Weestrum. And an overnight crossing meant we got back into the UK first thing early on Saturday. So.
Yeah, and then we had the day to sort of get home and unpack because we were home like early afternoon.
The whole weekend, didn't we?
You know what I did like was that we went to and from Portsmouth, which normally we do Dover, and it was just nice to do a different drive to before you leave the country, because for so many years and so often, maybe even a few times a year, we've done that drive. It was actually nice. It felt quite different and more exciting to be going on a different route out the country. So yeah, that was novel. Good.
Can we get to the good bit now?
Oh, the good bit.
2 beers Caroline bought for me. Session IPA. Which these were like from 30 minutes from Le Mans, weren't they, from the Max?
Yes, so they have a thing in the supermarket, like with local suppliers.
Bizarre Brasserie. Yeah. It's a live beer, so I'm holding it carefully because it's got sediment at the bottom. So again, it's non-filtered beer, and this has got heavy citra in it, which is a really nice flavoured hops. So it's 4.1%, and this is a blonde, one of my other favourites, blonde pale ale, which this one is 5%, again, which is a little bit stronger. This is a blonde pale ale, so... Again, both from the Bizarre Brasserie just outside Le Mans. Which one shall I open on camera?
What were they called?
Session IPA, blonde.
Go for the blonde.
The blonde's a stronger one. Excellent, good start.
Oh no.
We'll taste and pour. And I'm using a glass as someone recommended, which is definitely the right way to drink beer. It's quite dark for a blonde.
Dramatic.
Yeah. Pour it carefully. And stop. Quite a big head on that, sorry.
It's okay, no judgment here, you're drinking it.
That's quite nice. It tastes like a craft beer. A lot of flavour in it. You try it?
Sure.
You will
Lovely bouquet. What are the descriptors for beer? Is it the same as wine?
Definitely, yeah. There's quite a taste of that for a blonde. It's quite flavoured. Not really little traditional French beers that you like. Anything
Not
tasteless.
quite holiday beer.
Anything tasteless. There's a bit more flavour to that. It's very nice. Anyway, nice local beer to finish the video.
I'll help myself to a gin presently.
Okay, so we're going to start in reverse order just to make it simple so you can get a build up to what's coming so you can have a guess. So yeah, the fourth cost on our trip, obviously we went, just a reminder of our trip if you watched the videos, we went from Portsmouth to Santander, and then coming back we drove around Spain, through France, and back we came back through Caen or Weestrum to Portsmouth. So those are the costs. I've included the fuel and tolls in the UK as well, so it's fair. And we'll share with you the miles per gallon on the video as well, the van achieved and how many miles we covered, and the total cost, and some additional costs at the end. So the first one, fourth place.
So 4 out of, yeah.
4 out of 4 was the tolls.
Oh.
So the tolls this year cost us £212 and 50 pence.
I mean, that is quite a lot really, isn't it? But I feel like when we were in France a lot previously, that's actually not as bad because obviously we didn't drive down through France. I mean,
it's a lot less than I expected it to be honest. So that's a big saving. Plus from doing this crossing, the Santander crossing, £212.51. So not bad. And obviously tolls. I haven't too many to list.
So if you said tolls, you were out. You're out.
Less tolls in Spain, more tolls in France. So in third place, what is your guess? We have fuel, ferry, and campsites remaining.
Fuel. I'm going campsites.
Campsites. Oh, you're very close. This one was really, really close. There was only £15 in it between the two. Actually, it was fuel. We spent a total of £384.59 on fuel.
Oh my goodness.
Which is a lot less than last time.
That's so much less.
So fuel's a lot less and tolls are a lot less. So interesting. So £384.59. I'll tell you how many miles we covered at the end and the miles to the gallon, but that's a massive saving. We stopped mostly at fuel stations on the motorway, so service prices. We did fill up a couple of times locally at supermarkets to try and keep the cost down. And I'll give you the average fuel price as well in a second. In second place, which is also going to identify our winner, what's your guess? We've got 2 left. We've got campsites and ferry.
I'm going campsites is next. No. Campsites and ferry?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I said campsites.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's been a long
just
day.
right, that's funky,
honestly. It's been a long day. Campsites. I'm going campsites.
Campsites. Okay, so the total
so I was right then,
number
campsites
2
second, yeah.
was campsites. All right, you're right, yeah. Campsites. £400 and 99 pence to be precise, the exchange rate.
I mean, where else would you get accommodation for £500 for 2 weeks?
£400 and 99 pence.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was £499.
No, £400 and 99 pence. Oh. So the first one was Camping Avina. We were there for 3 nights. That was booked on the ferry on the way across. That was £89.32. And then we stayed at Camping Avina for a second 3 nights, and that was £107.71. Do you remember why?
Oh, we moved pitches and we went to the pitch opposite with the shed for a toilet.
Shed for a toilet, that's it. Well done, yeah. And then the third campsite for 3 nights was Camping Tamarin, which was £128.30.
Oh, golly.
The most expensive of any of our European campsites.
And the world's worst pitch.
The world's worst pitch, yeah. That was expensive. Lovely campsite, but the pitch, definitely not that one. And then Camping Malloy, which was the one in just outside of Carcassonne, and that was a grand total of £60 and 14 pence, the exchange rate. We had paid for a slightly bigger premium pitch there, so it's about £30 a night, which was fine, had water and everything else, quite a rustic one. And then the last one, the exchange rate, was at Le Mans. £15.52 equated back. And that included a £5 charge for the card, so we could access the sites afterwards. So it would have been less than that as well. So definitely, it's a shame we found that last night because I would have stayed there for a lot more.
Yeah, and also now we know about those, it's the opportunity to add those in on different stops, isn't it? So yeah, I think it's a great takeaway from the.
Lots of people in the video said, "I can't believe you've not found that before." we felt really bad. We were like, "Oh my goodness!"
Why did nobody tell us though? Ask yourselves this: why did you not tell us?
We knew, yeah. So moving on to the final cost. Final cost, obviously, it's easy. We've just discussed it. So the last one left is a ferry.
Right. Yeah.
So any idea how much ferry cost?
I'm gonna say £900.
Not bad. Okay, you weren't paying attention.
I was paying attention because I remember when we first looked, we were going to get the same return, and it was £800.
Yes, you were paying attention then. Okay, so the first crossing, because we left it quite late, in fact, like 2 days before, it went up in price. So if we booked the return crossing, it would have cost us £800 return from Santander, Portsmouth, and the back. But we booked this crossing, and this was including a cabin, and it was for us and the van, a 6.4 metre campervan. And it was and we had a slight upgrade to I can't remember, it was an outside cabin. It was only a very small cost upgrade. That was £596.50. And then coming back again for a cabin. This was from Caen or Ouistreham to Portsmouth overnight, and that was £332. So the total ferry crossing was £928.50.
Which seems a lot, but that's 3 nights.
Accommodation as well.
There, isn't it? And the outside cabin is just a window. It's not outside.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be like opening my door onto the deck. That's not what it is.
Anyway, so yeah, the most expensive crossing, well, that was £928.50. Which, in fairness, it saved us a lot on fuel, saved us a lot on tolls, and it gave us a much more enjoyable journey, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a nice relaxing start. If you watch the videos, then you see it's actually nice to do stuff to the longer crossing. There's plenty to do to keep you amused, and it did feel like a good introduction to the holiday. You're not going straight into it with days of driving, so it was pleasant.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, that's Molly. She's under the table. We'll feature in the video at the end. She is with us. She's sat here next to me. So that's it. £928.50 for the ferry crossing, the most expensive thing. So summary. So in total, you ready for this? Any rough calculations? You know what it cost? Okay, so I'll give you some numbers first of all before I give you the grand total. And this is just the total. Grand total is for ferry, fuel, tolls and campsites. So the total for the 15 nights we were away, was it 15, 14, something like that, was £1,926.59. So, which for 2 weeks holiday.
It's a minute going on holiday.
Before you put your costs on for your accommodation, for your food and your drink, obviously that's I think that's pretty decent value. Obviously you don't have to factor in the depreciation on the van, etc.
It's just however many thousands of pounds it is to actually buy the van in the first place.
But no, I think that's decent. I mean, we could have done it cheaper. We could have stayed in the UK, not at the ferry crossing, which would have saved a lot of money. The tolls wouldn't have been as much, but obviously.
Well, there's always alternatives, isn't there?
The campsites in the UK would have cost us a lot more.
Yeah.
That would have been more expensive, I know. So yeah, all in all, I think very good value. Really enjoyed it, and it was a fantastic trip. Any idea on the total number of miles we did?
Oh, let's say I'm rubbish at this. I'm going to say 8. Oh no, hang on. How much was the fuel cost? Can I work it out that way? We'll put some music in and a bit of like tumbleweed or something while I do some mental maths. No, let's go for 400. No, I'm doing it scientifically.
She genuinely has no idea what's on my phone. This is not.
I think they get that. I'm going to say 1,400 miles.
Okay, not bad. That's pretty good.
Is it?
No, we're near. Oh. No, it's not far off. 1,730. So you weren't far off.
Yeah, just the 500 miles.
Undercooked a little bit. Any idea what the van did miles to the gallon?
Let's pretend I know what that means. I do know what that means. 34.
Okay, the van's never done 34, but that's a good guess. It did 29.3.
Oh.
Normally the van does 30 to 31. It did slightly less. I think it's because of the higher speed limit in Spain.
Yeah.
You can do 120 kilometres an hour rather than 110, which you generally drive out in France. I think just driving slightly faster and getting to the ferry crossing probably used a little bit more fuel than normal. So 29.3, and the average fuel cost was £1.43 a litre we paid over the whole trip using services and a few supermarkets, etc. Which again, I'm really pleased about because diesel, yeah, £1.43 in diesel. Two final costs we didn't expect to incur or we didn't factor in was the LPG gas. Now this is a massive cost. How much do you think this one cost?
Oh, it's normally a big one, this, isn't it? £2.37.
£8 2p. So we refilled the tank before we left, £8 2p. Thanks to Nicky and Billy's channel, something we didn't realise, we had to take out drone insurance to fly the drone in Europe. So the drone insurance for a year was £37.90. So it was an additional cost that wasn't factored in. But in fairness, I've got it now. Means I have to go back to Europe and fly the drone. So that was a roundup of our costs for the video. I hope you found it really useful and enjoyable. We travelled in October in 2024. And yeah, I really recommend that time of year. It was supposed to be a bit quieter, but it wasn't. We still found the campsites really busy, but the weather was nice. It was a nice way to travel.
And I think that was because of the weather was quite bad in a lot of Portugal and other areas of Spain. And we did go just before all of the really bad weather in Valencia and all that area. So fortunately for us, we did miss all of that. But I do think because the weather was so bad everywhere, there was sort of high concentration of people in the area where the weather was good. So I do think if,
better next year, quieter.
Be more spread out, more spread of people if the weather was sort of good all the way along that coast.
And I think all the people in Valencia, people we met in that area, around that area, so not Valencia, were lovely. So I just hope everything gets back to normal as quickly as possible for them and they get their lives back in order, because that was terrible what happened on the news. But I mean, highly recommend the area. Definitely go and visit and reinvest in their economy. Thanks ever so much for watching. See you soon. Bye. So hopefully this year, Mol, we'll be able to take you on many more trips in this country.
Are you going on your holidays? Just happy about that.